Hello and welcome back to Serious About Salvage, another video on the channel. So today we're going to be continuing with the Kia Sportage that we got. If you remember the massive damage we found on it, and today we're going to find out for definite if there's any chassis leg damage, should we say, because I want to rip this front end off. If you haven't seen the first video, I'll put it in the corner now. It's worth watching first, so you know the background before you dive into this one. But yeah, I want to get it apart because I can't order parts for the front of it until I do, because I don't know how bad it is, basically. I don't know whether to get separate individual parts or get the whole front end. It's looking like the whole front end to me, but until we get it apart, we're not going to know. So as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the videos that I make. Let's spin round and just get on with it, dive straight in, and no waffling, shall we say. So just a quick reminder before we do start pulling parts off, just how bad that crash bar is. It's had a right thump, this car. What's this? Outside air temp sensor, maybe? It's that kind of position, I'm guessing. Now this piece here is your bumper absorber. There'll be two of them. One here, one below the crash bar, which is disintegrated. They are, instead of having like a foam piece on top of your crash bar. This top one, I might be able to save it. Bottom one, there's nothing left of it, is there? Yeah, there's nothing more to say really, is there? Other than, let's just rip it apart. I want to get it apart for two reasons. Like I said, mostly to get a list of parts and know exactly what we need and how extensive the damage is, but secondly, because I can't run it like this because of the damage to the air con pipe on the aux belt. The aux belt is being destroyed and chewed to bits by a combination of all this metal work and that pipe. So I need to get all these rads out. They're all knackered, but we need to get that pressure off that engine. It's worth checking as well if we have any engine mount damage, isn't it? On the face of it, that's just the plastic cover moving, and it looks like the steel as opposed to aluminium, so perhaps we'll be fine. Doesn't look like it, but again, let's stop speculating. Let's get this front end ripped off and we can have a proper look then at them legs and get all them worries and doubts out of the way. I'll put you on time lapse and get some stuff done. Alright, so I've got the crash bar off, and obviously all the fixings into the legs, so it gives you a bit more of a better look. Now it looks like the only other place the front panel is connected is through the inner wings, and then that front panel will come off, but we need to disconnect all the hoses and any cabling we can get to off the back of it first, really. I've noticed both washer jets as well have snapped the nozzles off. It's a shame. But there is a lot of usable bits still around. But we'll continue. We'll get the rest of it off, and then we'll go through it properly and see what we can salvage and what is done for.
Right, there we go. All stripped, most of it. Need to get washer bottle off. So, I think we've got lucky. First of all, like I said, these chassis legs, they are still straight. They're still straight, definitely. Not pointing down, still straight. Now, like I said, the end plate has just kinked around a little bit, but it literally is just the end plate. You can see it's not got the actual leg itself at all. And the same with that one. It's bent the top, back, but the actual leg itself, how it's not bent them chassis legs, I don't know. See, bottom's bent round as well underneath, but again, it's just the end plate. So we got very lucky there. But there's no way the assessor knew that. No way. Right, so the aircon pipe. Look at that. Straight through. That belt's knackered, like I said. We've been very lucky here, you know. Now this has got damaged. None of this pipe. Tiny little mark on there, but it's nothing. And like I said, the gearbox goes in 12 gears. Clutch works. Again, lucky. No damage to the oil filter housing. No oil leaks. Like I said, there was a bit of residue oil in the intake pipes, but you know, you get that. You do get that on turboed vehicles, so that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, like I said, we've got away with it. So in terms of the stuff that we took off, I still need to take the bonnet off. That's knackered. This wing, I'm probably going to live with it. You know, I don't know. They're only like 70 quid, but that'll knock out. It's nothing. And tiny touch up there maybe. Right now I don't know. Definitely needs a bumper bracket. That snapped. The other half's there. Washer bottle, like I said. It's not only has it snapped the header bottle, it's snapped the bracket onto the leg that holds it in place in both places. So need a washer bottle. Complete rad pack with hoses, including intercooler, because I'm not, you know, I don't fancy any of these. They've all been crushed, all been twisted. Top one will probably get away with the hose if I had to. Second one, but oh, there's the hole anyway in the intercooler. So that was our boost leak. I noticed as well, on all the hoses for the intake, you've got these anti-tamper fixings, do you know that snap off when you tighten them up? A little bit weird. So I had to get a pair of grips on them. For a second then I thought the airbox had survived, but it hasn't. It's only the bottom half. But I'll have to get a lower half of the airbox for it. No issues with the inner wings, none at all. They've not been touched. Like I said, no issues with this wing. That's fine. No issues with the wheel positions. Nothing. Like I said, the impact you saw right in the middle, like a bollard, isn't it? I bet they've driven into a bollard. Got the wrong gear. I don't know. Speculation isn't good. Can we see a date on it anywhere? 27, no. 16 for the 8th, 21. So what are we on now? So it's been 5 weeks. Okay. So it's stripped, barring the interior, which I don't touch interiors until I've got the replacement parts, because you've got to just get them out, get the new one straight back in, otherwise you forget where everything goes. But it's got great spec, like I said. It's got heated rear seats, heated front seats, spacious, heated seats for the back. It's a spacious car. Yeah. Alright, so happy for it to run again if we have to now, to move it in and out. Worst thing that can happen is that AUX belt can snap and I won't have any power steering or power assisted brakes, but to roll out here at 2 miles an hour, we know there's no oil leaks and the engine's going to be okay. Engine mounts, like I said, I couldn't see anything. That side's perfectly fine. Again, it's steel, so if there was any damage to that engine mount, we'd have an impact on this gearbox end. And the fact that all this pipe works perfectly fine, there's no signs of any impact. And it doesn't move. I'm gonna presume for now that that's okay. Got your turbo down the back. The engine's definitely not moved. So yeah, alright. It's looking better. But still, some impact, that's sad, isn't it? And yeah, so yeah, the front panel is gone. The bottom piece is completely snapped off. Radiators are knackered, aircon rad, water rad, intercooler. We need 2 headlight washer jets. Front panel, probably get away with that. Don't look like it's too bad, maybe Lower one is gone, like I said earlier, but the bumper wise, centre grille, oh, it's not just a bit there, isn't it, missing. Spotlights are fine. That's about it really. The underpan's gone. So yeah, it's time to find some parts. So I think that's going to be it. Right guys, so we're all the parts. Like I said, barring the interior. But we'll do that in one day when we put the new one in. Does need a windscreen, must remember that. I need to go and find some parts now for this car. And then we can throw it back together. I don't want to hang around with it, I want to just get it done, get it out. It's time things started moving in this unit and we start processing cars and getting regular content for you guys. It annoys me when I do one week and then I can't the next week and then like 10, 11 days in between videos. It's not good that. I want to be consistent and I like the car, so yeah, I'll get all the parts ordered straight away now. Just buy them all, get them all here. And then if they're not in colour, obviously they'll have to go and get painted. If they're in colour, even better, we can just throw it together. Need to check on MOT history, don't know what MOT is on it. Can't find any service history in the car. I do need to look for that locking wheel nut key, I must remember that. So we're going to have to service it anyway, and we'll find out about the MOT. So yeah, that's going to be it. Can't do any more, but we know the extent, and lucky them chassis legs are no issues at all. I'm pretty sure that crash bar, the new one, will go straight on once we've straightened them end plates up. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again as always for watching these videos, massively appreciated. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.